Welcome to the Buff Dudes full body warm up. Warming up can probably be one of the most neglected things about working out, but it is absolutely essential for injury prevention and making sure you're performing each exercise to its max potential. Now we're going to be doing 3 different options in this video, which you can all find in our very own Buff app. So make sure you download the app and let's get started.
Full body warm up option 1. Exercise 1, deep squats. Primary muscle worked, adductors. Secondary muscle group worked, gluteus maximus. How to perform. Start in the standing position with feet placed shoulder width apart. Squat down into a full squat while keeping an upright torso. Hold for the allotted time. Tip: sit between your hips and allow your toes to turn out to a comfortable position. Make sure your knees follow the line of your toes. Your spine can flex, but try to eventually get your back into a straight position as you gain more mobility. Exercise 2, lateral squats. Primary muscle group worked, adductors. Secondary muscle group worked, quadriceps. How to perform. In a standing position, place your feet wider than shoulder width and keep your feet pointing forward. Begin by lateral squatting to one side and then alternating to the next. Exercise 3, elevated deep lunge. Primary muscle group worked, quadriceps. Secondary muscle group worked, erector spinae. How to perform. Take a long step forward into a lunge position, dropping your back foot onto a bench. Hold the position for time before switching to the other side. Tip: you can place your back knee onto the ground for added stability, or keep it elevated for a more difficult and deeper stretch. Push your hips forward for a better stretch in your hip flexors. Exercise 4, pass-throughs. Primary muscle group worked, anterior deltoid. Secondary muscle group worked, lateral deltoid. How to perform. In a standing position, grasp a band or dowel with a very wide grip. With straight arms, slowly raise in a circular motion the band above your head and elevate your shoulders. Rotate your arms all the way around until you reach the back of your body. Repeat the process back and forth. Tip: elevate your shoulders as you bring your arms up and behind you for a more comfortable motion. Decrease the width of the grip to progressively increase the mobility in your shoulders. Exercise 5, LYTs. Primary muscle group worked, posterior deltoid. Secondary muscle groups worked, anterior and lateral deltoid. How to perform. The L. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart and bend over to about a 90-degree angle. Raise your elbows up to create a 90-degree angle with your elbows. Or the L shape. Put your hands down with your arms and elbows maintaining their prior position. Y. Staying in the same body position, straighten your arms into a Y shape and keep your thumbs facing up. Put your hands all the way down in front of your body. Swing your arms all the way up using a full range of motion with slow, controlled movement. T. This one looks almost exactly like the Y one, but you want to move your arms more to the side or rear position to really feel those rear delts. Move your arms up and down in a similar fashion to the L and Y. Tip: focused and controlled movement is the key here. You'll really feel that burn at the end of this exercise. Full body warm-up option 2, front leg swings. Primary muscles worked, hamstrings. Secondary muscle group worked, hip flexors. How to perform. Start in the standing position with feet hip width apart. Begin by placing your body weight onto one leg while slightly elevating the other. Forcefully swing your elevated leg forwards and backwards while maintaining an upright torso. Once the allotted reps are reached on one leg, switch to the other. Tip: to help stabilize yourself, hold on to something while performing. You can have a slight bend in your knee on the swinging leg, but try to keep it stationary. Don't flex and extend your knee while performing. Side leg swings. Primary muscles worked, abductors. Secondary muscles worked, adductors. How to perform. Start in the standing position with feet hip width apart. Begin by placing your body weight onto one leg while slightly elevating the other. Move your elevating leg forward so it has room to swing side to side. forcefully swing your elevated leg side to side. Once the allotted reps are reached on one leg, switch to the other. Tip: to help stabilize yourself, hold on to something while performing. You can slightly flex in your hips and lean forward to give your leg room to swing from side to side without your other leg getting in the way. Fire hydrants. Primary muscle group worked, gluteus maximus. Secondary muscle group worked, abductors. How to perform. Begin on your hands and knees with your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. Keep your back flat and your core engaged. Keeping your knees bent at a 90-degree angle, slowly lift one leg out to the side as if you're trying to reach your knee towards the ceiling. Hold the leg at the top of the movement for a brief pause, squeezing your glutes. Slowly lower your leg back to the starting position, maintaining control throughout the movement. Complete the desired number of repetitions on one side before switching to the other leg. Tip: avoid arching your back or rotating your hips. Focus on squeezing your glutes at the top of the movement. Cat and cow. Primary muscle group worked, erector spinae. How to perform. Start on your hands and knees with hands shoulder width apart and knees hip width apart. Align your wrists directly below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. Inhale deeply and arch your back like a cow. Gently lift your chest and tailbone towards the ceiling, allowing your belly to sink towards the floor. Lift your gaze slightly, keeping your neck relaxed. Exhale slowly and round your back like a cat, tucking your chin towards your chest and drawing your belly button towards your spine. Allow your head to release down naturally. Continue alternating between the cow and cat poses, coordinating your breath with the movement. Inhale as you arch your back and exhale as you round it. Tip: keep your abdominal muscles engaged throughout the exercise to support your spine. Wall slides. Primary muscle group worked, posterior deltoid. How to perform. In a seated or standing position, put your back against the wall. Raise your hands and arms all the way up, keeping them connected to the wall. Slowly bring your arms down by bending your elbows. Tip: really flex and squeeze your delts and traps in the top and bottom position to get the full benefit from the exercise. Full body warm-up option 3. Squat shifters. Primary muscle group worked, adductors. Secondary muscle group worked, gluteus maximus. How to perform. Start in the standing position with feet placed shoulder width apart. Squat down into a full squat while keeping an upright torso. Slowly shift your weight to one side and then the other. Hold in positions of tightness. Tip: try to keep your feet flat on the floor when shifting your weight. Make sure your knees follow your toes. Don't allow them to collapse inward. Frogs. Primary muscle group worked, adductors. How to perform. Start on your hands and knees. Bring your forearms down to the floor and slowly let your knees slide outward until you feel the stretch in the groin area. Tip: you can move forward and sit back into the stretch to feel it in different areas of the hip. T-spine rotations. Primary muscle group worked, lats. Secondary muscle group worked, erector spinae. How to perform. Get onto your hands and knees with your shoulders above your hands and your hip joints above your knees. Place one hand behind your neck and drop your elbow close to the ground, towards your opposite knee, allowing your spine to rotate. Now, twist in your spine by pulling your elbow up into the air. Once you've completed all the reps on one side, move on to the other. Tip: do not allow your lower body to move while twisting in your torso. As you rotate your upper body, you'll be introducing thoracic mobility. Pull-aparts. Primary muscle group worked, trapezius. Secondary muscle group worked, posterior deltoid. How to perform. Grasp a band with both hands with a pronated grip around shoulder width. Keep your arms straight out in front of you at shoulder height. Pull the band apart using horizontal abduction. Tip: focus on keeping constant tension in this movement. Praise Brodens. Primary muscle group worked, adductors. Secondary muscle group worked, erector spinae. How to perform. Kneel on the floor with your knees wider than your hips. Sit back in between your legs. Lean forward, resting your forehead on the floor. Extend your arms forward, palms down. Tip: if you feel discomfort in your knees, try placing a pad or towel under them.
So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as you can tell, there's a lot of different varieties of each exercise and ways to warm up. So make sure you try them all and really pinpoint which one's your favorite and ones you need to work on most. But make sure you download the app, get on that program, start warming up, and stay buff.